In this video, I'm going to go down some of the features in the Create menu of Fusion to show you some of the shapes that you can make. First of all, we know about creating a sketch. Create form is an area I'm not going to dive into right now, but the purple zone is a T-spline modeling area. Derive we're not going to use. Extrude, Revolve, Sweep, and Loft are the main ones I want to show, and then the primitives, box, cylinder, sphere, are the ones I want to show as well. Okay, so we're going to start from a sketch here and start from Extrude. Obviously, that's the most simple one. You're working from a profile of any shape, and you're using Extrude to pull that shape out in 3 dimensions. That's a linear extrusion or a linear motion that creates a 3-dimensional object. The next one I want to show is revolving, and it's a little bit clearer to see with a different type of shape here. If I draw on my sketch something with maybe a straight line here and maybe a straight line here, and then maybe something a bit more interesting or curvy over here, I can turn this shape into something that is 3-dimensional by revolving it. Finish sketch, and then create revolve to rotate this shape around this axis to make a really cool button shape that uses that profile and uses a circular pattern to make a shape out of that. The next one I want to show is sweeping, and kind of the best example I have is making like a 2-stranded power cord out of this. So if we go to create, so I'm in my sketch right now. Let's go back a little bit. I'm going to use 2 sketches in this. I'm going to start a sketch on a vertical plane first and draw 2 circles. That overlap each other, and then I'm going to use another sketch to show where I want these circles to go. So I'm going to start a sketch on the base plane to draw a line, and this line can't be too crazy because it'll start to intersect itself if you do something that is too curvy or too sharp of a curve. I'm going to now use this shape to follow this curve by going to create sweep and bring all of these shapes along this path that I select. And now you've got a very difficult to manufacture shape, but often an interesting shape that can be part of your design. All right, the next one I want to show is Loft, and Loft often requires making some offset planes. So I'm going to start by making a sketch here on the base plane, any base plane, and draw a shape. Then I need to create a shape that is offset from that using an offset plane. Maybe I'll go up a little bit there, start a sketch here, and draw a rectangle at this point. And then I want to do one more just to make it interesting. Construct offset plane from here, going up another 3 inches or so, and then starting a sketch on there and drawing another circle. And I can connect these 3 shapes into what's going to look kind of like a crazy vase here by going to create loft between this one to this one and to this one. Carefully, don't click on a point. It'll also go to a point, but if you go to a shape, it'll then click OK, and you can make a shape that is composed of different cross sections along its path. Last one I want to show in this part of the menu. Yeah, I'll just delete that. Is the primitives down here. Rib, web, and emboss are cool. You know how to make a hole too as well by just using a create hole there. But the primitives here, box, cylinder, and sphere, are useful as well. If you select box, you're first selecting a plane, then you're drawing a rectangle, and then you're extruding a distance all at once. So it's very much the same as using a sketch, but it can do it all in one command. And then the same goes for cylinder, grab a surface, except this time you're drawing a circle and selecting a distance for it to travel like that. Torus, coil, pipe, and sphere also work in a similar way, but they are not as useful in what we're building right now. Mirror will copy a shape to another area, and pattern we're going to look at in a different video.